Let me tell you something. The past is a place of reference, not residence. Too many people let their past define their present and dictate their future. But here's the truth. Your past does not equal your potential. What happened yesterday, last year, or even a decade ago does not have the power to control you unless you allow it. Every single one of us has faced setbacks, made mistakes, or felt the sting of failure. That's part of being human. But holding on to those experiences, replaying them over and over in your mind like a broken record, is like carrying a backpack filled with rocks. The weight doesn't lessen, it only gets heavier. And if you don't let it go, it will keep you stuck exactly where you are. You have to decide right now that you're no longer willing to be chained to what you can't change. The power lies in the present. The moment you shift your focus from why did this happen to me to what can I learn from this, everything changes. Because when you take ownership of your story, you take back your power. Stop asking small questions that keep you small. Start asking empowering questions that pull you forward. What if that heartbreak taught you what real love should feel like? What if that failure was the setup for your greatest success? What if that struggle was the preparation you needed for the strength required to rise? You're not the mistakes you've made. You're the lessons you've learned. You are not the pain you felt. You are the strength you've gained. You are not defined by the chapter that broke you. You are defined by how you rewrite your story. The time to rise is now, but you cannot soar if you're still clutching onto the weight of regret, resentment, or guilt. Let it go. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. It doesn't mean what happened was okay. It means you're no longer willing to let it steal another moment of your life. The most powerful force in life is momentum. And momentum only comes when you take action. Make the decision today, not tomorrow, not next week, but today, to step into the version of yourself that you know deep down you're capable of becoming. You have dreams inside of you, a purpose that no one else on this planet can fulfill. The world needs your gifts, your energy, your passion. And you can't unleash that potential if you're stuck in the past. So stand up, dust yourself off, and take that first step. It might not be perfect, and that's okay. Progress, not perfection, is what leads to transformation. The past is done, the future is waiting, but the power is here in this moment, in your decision to rise. You've got what it takes. You always have. Now go prove it. Letting go is one of the most difficult yet transformative steps in the process of moving forward. It involves releasing the emotional attachments, memories, and expectations tied to the past that weigh us down and prevent us from embracing the future. Many people find themselves stuck in the past, whether it's due to past failures, heartbreak, regrets, or traumatic experiences. Holding on to these emotions and events, no matter how painful, creates a barrier to growth. But letting go is not about forgetting. It's about giving yourself the freedom to live beyond those experiences. The journey of letting go begins with understanding that we cannot change what has already happened. The past is a chapter that has been written, and no amount of dwelling on it can rewrite it. While it's natural to reflect on past events, when we hold on too tightly, we end up trapped in a loop of regret and resentment. The energy spent on reliving old wounds or regretting past mistakes only keeps us stagnant. The first step to letting go is accepting that we are not our past. We are not the mistakes we made, the people who hurt us, or the setbacks we faced. We are more than that. And letting go is also about forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about excusing harmful behavior or pretending that what happened didn't matter. It's about releasing the grip that these memories have on your emotional state. When we forgive, whether it's forgiving ourselves for past mistakes or forgiving others for hurt they caused, we release the emotional burden. Holding on to anger, guilt, or resentment only prolongs the pain and keeps us tied to the past. It's through forgiveness that we free ourselves from those chains and reclaim our emotional peace. Another critical aspect of letting go is recognizing the need to release expectations. Often, we hold on to expectations of how things should have turned out, or how others should have behaved. These expectations can create bitterness, frustration, and a sense of injustice. When we accept that life doesn't always go the way we plan, we create space for growth. We no longer let the disappointments of the past dictate how we approach the present or the future. Letting go means shifting our perspective from what should have happened to what can happen next. In the process of letting go, there's an inherent risk, the fear of losing our identity. For many, the past becomes a part of who they are. It's easy to identify ourselves by the struggles we faced or the challenges we've overcome. However, holding on to these identities can limit our growth. We might think that without these experiences, we would lose a part of ourselves. But in truth, by letting go, we create an opportunity to redefine who we are. We step into a more empowered version of ourselves, one that is not defined by the past, but by the limitless possibilities of the future. Letting go also means embracing uncertainty. It's about stepping into the unknown with the trust that even without a clear picture of the future, we are capable of navigating what comes our way. Holding on to the past keeps us in a place of security, but that security is false. It limits our ability to grow and adapt. When we let go, we open ourselves up to new experiences, new opportunities, and a new sense of freedom. This freedom allows us to rise, to step into our full potential, without the heavy burden of the past holding us down. Letting go is a process, not an event. It doesn't happen overnight. There will be moments when the past tries to creep back in, when the old feelings or memories try to resurface. But with practice, letting go becomes easier. With every decision to release the past, you become lighter, freer, and more open to the abundant possibilities life has to offer. To truly rise, we must first let go of everything that no longer serves us. By doing so, we make space for new experiences, growth, and transformation. Letting go is not about forgetting the past, but about no longer allowing it to control or limit us. It's about stepping into the fullness of who we are and who we can become. The moment we let go, we rise. The past has a powerful hold on us, often shaping how we see ourselves, how we approach challenges, and how we relate to others. It can be a source of comfort or pain depending on the experiences we've had, but it always carries the potential to limit us if we don't find a way to release it. While the past can teach us valuable lessons, it is crucial to understand that it is not a place we should reside. It is a reference point, not a residence. Holding on to the past can prevent us from truly rising and stepping into the fullness of our potential. One of the reasons the past has such a strong grip is because we often internalize it. We let the events of our history, whether good or bad, become the stories we tell ourselves. We create identities based on past successes or failures, shaping our sense of self-worth around what we've done or what we've experienced. We may think of ourselves as the person who was betrayed, the person who failed, or the person who was hurt. But when we live in these identities, we limit our ability to evolve. These stories keep us tethered to a version of ourselves that no longer serves us. Letting go of the past requires recognizing that you are more than the events you've experienced. You are not your failures, your pain, or your regrets. You are not defined by your past mistakes. Who you are today and who you choose to become tomorrow is far more important. Another reason we struggle to let go of the past is because of the emotional charge attached to it. The emotions we associate with past events, whether joy, anger, grief, or guilt, can be overwhelming. These emotions may feel like they are part of our DNA, deeply embedded in who we are. However, if we allow ourselves to remain stuck in these emotions, they prevent us from moving forward. Unresolved pain, for example, can manifest in unhealthy patterns like self-sabotage or a lack of trust in others. To let go of the past, we must confront these emotions, process them, and choose to release their hold over us. This doesn't mean we forget the pain or dismiss it. Rather, it means we accept that it's part of our journey, but it no longer has the power to dictate our present or our future. When we let go of the emotions tied to past events, we free ourselves to embrace a new chapter. The stories we tell ourselves about the past often keep us stuck because we allow them to shape our expectations of the future. If we've faced hardships or challenges, it's easy to project those past experiences onto future possibilities. We might think that because something went wrong in the past, it will inevitably go wrong again. These beliefs create a cycle of fear and resistance, preventing us from taking risks or stepping into new opportunities. But the truth is that the future is not a reflection of the past, unless we choose to see it that way. By letting go of the belief that the past will always repeat itself, we open ourselves up to the idea that the future holds unlimited potential. We can rewrite the story of our lives by choosing to see the future as a blank canvas, free of the constraints of what we've gone through before. In letting go of the past, it's also important to recognize that our relationships with others can often be rooted in past dynamics. We might hold on to grudges, misunderstandings, or resentments that stem from previous interactions, carrying these unresolved issues into our present relationships. These emotional ties create tension and prevent us from forming new, healthier connections. Releasing the past allows us to approach our relationships with fresh eyes, free from old wounds. When we let go of the past in our relationships, we create space for healing, trust, and deeper connection. We can step into our interactions with others with more openness and compassion without the baggage of previous experiences clouding our judgment. Another aspect of letting go of the past involves shedding the expectations we place on ourselves based on past achievements or shortcomings. If we've experienced success in the past, we may feel pressured to continue living up to that success, creating unrealistic standards for ourselves. On the other hand, if we've faced failure, we might struggle with feelings of inadequacy, constantly questioning whether we are capable of achieving greatness again. Both of these mindsets trap us in a cycle of comparison and self-judgment. Letting go of the past means releasing the need to measure ourselves against past achievements or failures. It means accepting that we can start fresh, unburdened by past standards, and approach life with a sense of possibility. Rising is not just about standing up after a fall or persevering through difficult times. It's about elevating yourself to a higher version of who you can become. It's about shedding the limitations and barriers imposed by the past and stepping into the future with confidence, strength, and a sense of possibility. When you choose to rise, you make a conscious decision to let go of everything that is holding you back. You choose to break free from the chains of regret, guilt, and fear, and you step into a new chapter of your life where you are empowered to create the reality you desire. The act of rising starts with a shift in mindset. It is an acknowledgement that your current situation, no matter how challenging or discouraging it may be, does not determine who you are or who you can become. It is an understanding that the past may have shaped your experiences, but it does not define your future. When you make the decision to rise, you are choosing to embrace the possibility of growth, transformation, and success. You are choosing to take control of your narrative and rewrite the story of your life. Rising requires you to let go of the limiting beliefs that have been ingrained in you by past experiences. These beliefs may have been formed from failures, criticisms, or societal expectations, and they can trap you in a cycle of self-doubt and inaction. For example, if you've experienced failure in the past, it may be easy to assume that you are not capable of succeeding again. But this mindset only keeps you stuck. Rising means choosing to believe that your past mistakes do not define your abilities. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. It is through those failures that you acquire the knowledge and resilience needed to succeed in the future. When you rise, you embrace failure as a stepping stone rather than a setback, knowing that each challenge faced and overcome adds to your strength and character. One of the most important aspects of rising is learning to let go of fear. Fear is often rooted in the past. It stems from things that have happened to us, experiences where we've been hurt, or situations where we've been let down. These fears can create a wall between where we are and where we want to be. They can prevent us from taking risks, from pursuing our dreams, and from fully embracing life. But fear only has power over us when we allow it to. Rising means choosing courage over fear. It means facing uncertainty with confidence, knowing that you are capable of navigating whatever comes your way. When you let go of the fear that is anchored in the past, you free yourself to take bold steps forward and pursue your goals with unwavering determination. Rising also involves taking responsibility for your own growth. It means accepting that while you cannot change the past, you have the power to shape your future. When you rise, you take ownership of your choices and actions. You recognize that your circumstances are not solely the result of external forces, but are influenced by how you respond to life's challenges. You understand that while you cannot control everything that happens to you, you can control how you react and the decisions you make moving forward. Taking responsibility for your growth means being proactive, seeking opportunities for self-improvement, and committing to your own personal development. It means making the conscious decision every day to rise above the limitations of your past and to keep striving for the best version of yourself. Rising is also about creating new possibilities. When you let go of the past, you make room for fresh opportunities, new experiences, and a new outlook on life. The past can create a narrow lens through which you view the world, one that focuses on what went wrong, what you didn't accomplish, or what you missed out on. But when you release the past, you open your mind to the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. Rising means stepping out of your comfort zone and embracing change. It means seeing challenges not as threats, but as opportunities for growth and expansion. When you rise, you cultivate a mindset that seeks solutions, embraces new ideas, and is open to the endless opportunities that life has to offer. It's important to remember that rising doesn't happen all at once. It is a process. It requires patience, consistency, and a willingness to face setbacks along the way. There will be days when you feel discouraged, when the weight of your past threatens to pull you down. But rising is not about being perfect. It's about persevering, learning, and continuing to move forward. With each step, you grow stronger, more confident, and more aligned with the person you are becoming. The beauty of rising lies in its transformative power. When you rise, you not only change your own life, but you also inspire others to do the same. Your journey of growth and resilience becomes a beacon of hope for those around you, showing them that they too have the power to rise above their past and create a better future. When you choose to rise, you unlock your full potential. And in doing so, you not only elevate yourself, but also those whose lives you touch. So the act of rising is a powerful statement that no matter what the past holds, the future is yours to shape. Empowerment is the key to unlocking the future we truly desire. To let go of the past and rise is to take full ownership of our lives, choices, and actions. Empowerment isn't something that is given to us. It's something we claim for ourselves. It's the recognition that we are in control of our own destiny and that no one and nothing from our past can dictate our future unless we allow it. The moment we decide to empower ourselves is the moment we take back the reins of our life. When we hold on to the past, we often feel powerless. We let past failures, mistakes, regrets, or even the expectations of others weigh us down. We might believe that we are not capable of achieving greatness because of our history, or we might feel that we don't deserve success because of the challenges we've faced. But this mindset is what keeps us stuck in the past, and it prevents us from rising to the fullest potential within us. Empowerment is about breaking free from those limiting beliefs and taking control of how we think, how we feel, and what we choose to do with the time we have left. It's about realizing that we are not defined by what we've gone through, but by what we choose to do next. To be empowered is to acknowledge our inherent strength. Every person has within them the capacity for incredible resilience, determination, and adaptability. We have all overcome challenges, endured hardships, and survived difficult situations. The fact that we are still here today with the ability to make choices and move forward proves that we have the strength within us to rise above anything that comes our way. Empowerment is about tapping into that strength and using it to propel us forward rather than allowing it to be suppressed by the weight of past events. Another critical component of empowerment is self-belief. When we hold on to the past, we often struggle with self-doubt. We question our abilities and our worth because of the mistakes or disappointments we've experienced. But self-belief is the foundation of empowerment. It's the deep knowing that regardless of what has happened before, we are capable of achieving our dreams and reaching our goals. Self-belief allows us to rise above our fears and insecurities. It encourages us to take risks, embrace new opportunities, and push through the challenges that come our way. When we believe in ourselves, we make choices from a place of strength, not weakness. and we create the conditions for our own success. Empowerment also requires taking responsibility for our own lives. Letting go of the past and rising is impossible if we are constantly blaming others or external circumstances for where we are in life. Empowerment comes from recognizing that we are the authors of our own stories. While we cannot change the past, we can control how we respond to it. We can choose to let go of the things that are no longer serving us and take action to create the future we want. Taking responsibility means not waiting for someone else to change things for us. It means taking the initiative to change the narrative of our lives regardless of the obstacles in front of us. Empowerment is about becoming the person who takes charge of their life and refuses to be a passive observer. One of the most empowering things we can do is embrace our flaws and imperfections. Often we cling to the past because we feel ashamed or embarrassed about our past mistakes. But true empowerment comes when we accept ourselves fully, including our flaws, mistakes, and imperfections. We are not perfect, and that's okay. In fact, it is through our imperfections that we learn, grow, and evolve. Empowerment is about accepting that we are works in progress, always evolving, and that every setback is simply an opportunity for growth. When we stop seeking perfection and instead embrace progress, we free ourselves from the burden of self-criticism and open ourselves up to new possibilities. Empowerment is also about setting boundaries. When we let go of the past and rise, we must recognize that we have the right to set boundaries that protect our energy, our time, and our peace of mind. This might mean walking away from toxic relationships, saying no to things that don't align with our values, or distancing ourselves from situations that drain us. Empowerment comes when we realize that we have the authority to choose who and what we allow into our lives. When we set boundaries, we create a life that is aligned with our desires and aspirations rather than one that is dictated by the demands and expectations of others. In order to truly empower ourselves, we must also cultivate resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep moving forward even when things don't go as planned. It's about building inner strength so that when life presents challenges, we are able to face them head on with courage and determination. When we rise above the past, we understand that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities for growth. Empowerment lies in knowing that we can face any challenge, learn from it, and keep going no matter what.